It's Monday, February 24th. Sitting across me, Rich Barra.
Yo.
Sitting to my right, Kyle Unfog. And back from Europe, Peyton Whitmore.
Peyton's back! Yay!
We missed you, Peyton.
I missed you guys too. It feels good. I feel comfortable.
So let's get into this emergency vacation you took.
It was kind of an emergency vacation. It was a vacation that I found out about like 3 months prior, maybe, but also like 3 weeks prior, kind of something like that. So actually it was a really, really cool opportunity that I got to go to Europe. I flew into Amsterdam and then drove to Belgium. I signed my family up to be on a game show. And we got picked and chosen to go. So about 3 weeks ago, we got an email saying, "Hi, your flights are booked. You guys are going to Amsterdam to film this show." The show's called The Quiz with Balls. And it's basically like Jeopardy and Family Feud and Wipeout all mixed together.
Wild.
Yeah.
So amazing.
Is it a Belgium show?
Well, it was originally a Belgian show, and then they Americanized it. So Jay Farrow's the host of the show. You can go and watch like last season on Hulu. But it was seriously once in a lifetime opportunity and an experience. Like I went with my mom, my dad, my little brother Jalen, and my sister Dominique. So
I've watched a couple of episodes of that game show, and just to give you an idea, and I can't wait to see Peyton's family.
I know.
Peyton's family is absolutely a home run for this show. Like they ask you a trivia question, right? One of the things, they ask you a trivia question, let's say you're in front of a pool that has like a 20-foot drop.
Yeah.
And they ask you the question, if you get it wrong, without knowing, a ball drops and comes all the way, a big boulder like mushy ball, and bam, hits you from behind and knocks you into the pool if you get it wrong, right? That's one of the things that happen on the show, right?
That's exactly right.
So it's going to be a blast when this show airs. And when do you have an air date?
We have no idea when the episode's going to air, so it'll be, I think in the summer maybe? I don't know. We'll see though. I'll let you guys know, but it was pretty cool. It was a really amazing experience.
Was it taped in Amsterdam or in Belgium?
It was taped in Belgium.
Okay.
When you find out, we got to have a watch party somewhere.
I know.
Oh, we already have that planned. Yeah, you know my family. You know, we all like attention sometimes. So we're like, everybody come together and watch us on this TV show.
What's the name of the show again?
The show's called The Quiz with Balls.
The Quiz with Balls.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you flew to Amsterdam, and Europe is so small, right? So like just driving to Belgium, driving to another country is like a piece of cake. It's not like a 20-minute drive or something?
It was like an hour and a half drive, yeah.
So you landed in Amsterdam. You couldn't fly into Belgium?
I don't think we could because we flew into Antwerp, so I don't think there's like an airport over there. Maybe. I don't know.
You drove to Antwerp?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we drove to Antwerp, Belgium, and then the second day we were there, we actually had an Uber driver from the first night we were there, and he offered to be like our tour guide for the next day, so he actually drove us from Belgium back to Amsterdam, and then we did the day in Amsterdam, came back to Belgium, and then the third day we filmed the game show.
So the game show was 1 day of filming?
1 day of filming. It was like a 14-hour day, no phones.
So the highlight would be Amsterdam, outside of the game?
Outside of the game would be Amsterdam. It was so fun. We did the Heineken beer tour, which I was all over. And then we did like a canal tour.
That sounds cool.
We went to like this little, like, I guess it was like a little farmland kind of thing where you got to see all the windmills and
the wooden shoes.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
that's
wooden
cool.
shoes, how they make
love
the
that.
cheese and all that stuff. And then, we like did like a 5D flight simulator over like Holland, over Amsterdam. So that was cool too.
Did you go to Anne Frank's house?
We didn't go to Anne Frank's house. We didn't have enough time.
Did you go to the Rijks Museum and see Rembrandt's?
No. We didn't get to do all like the touristy stuff, so.
Did you go to a smoke shop?
We did.
Well, that's the touristy stuff.
That was actually really cool. After we did the Heineken tour, there was like a little cafe where you could go in and it's like a dispensary and then you buy like this, like your weed, and then you go into a cafe and you roll up your joint and you enjoy your coffee and your joint.
Yeah, that's been like that for like
awesome.
30 years. It's so crazy because the United States kind of like just caught on kind of to that stuff. But
Yeah.
I remember all my friends going down there and always going to the they're called something like coffee shops or something simple.
Yeah, something like that. It's like one side's a coffee shop and then the other side's like a dispensary and it comes together.
So you did that and got totally high?
Yeah, it was
and then
awesome.
Where'd you go after you were high?
We went on the canal tour, so that was a trip.
Literally.
Yeah. But it was a really awesome experience, especially just to do that with my family as like adults.
Oh, 100%.
Any big fights?
Not any really big fights. There was one little issue I got into it with my sister about, and it was the rooming situation because I signed us all up for this game show. I was kind of the point contact for the people in Europe and the producers, and for the 5 of us, we only had 3 rooms, And so I felt like because I put all the work in, I should get my own room. My sister didn't agree with that. She feels like because she's the oldest and she has 3 kids, that means that she gets her own room. And I disagree with that. I don't care.
So what happened?
I ended up giving her the room because I'm a good person.
Why couldn't you and her share a room?
Because no, that wouldn't work.
Then you would fight.
Then we would
So then
definitely not get along.
your brother and you shared a room?
Me and my brother Jalen shared a room. Yeah.
So what did you think about the Dutch tradition? Because I'm half Mexican, half Dutch. I grew up in Mexico most of my whole life, but I did go to Holland twice. What did you think of the culture there and the sayings there and the food there?
Well, the food, I really didn't eat much. I'm kind of a picky eater, not going to lie. So I struggled. We went to McDonald's twice.
You're a full-on American, man.
Yeah. But I can say I love the Dutch. Love the Dutch. They're very, straightforward and kind of blunt and kind of have RBF. But when you talk to them, they're, so nice and so kind.
What's RBF?
Also, they're really tall.
Resting bee face.
Yeah.
Oh.
When you walk by them, if you smile, they don't smile back. Or if, you wave, they don't wave back.
That must be the Dutch side of me.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But when you talk to them, though, they're so social and they were so awesome and so nice. And I learned this word. It's called lekker. Mm-hmm. And, that's so lekker. That's so cool. Kyle, you're lekker.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yeah, girl, lekker. I love it, and I hope it comes to the States. I love that.
When I was a kid, my dad would say it was a tradition. After you had good food, you take your hand and you put it by your ear and you wave it and you go, lekker. Mm-hmm. Did people do that?
I didn't notice that.
Lekker. It pretty much meant delicious.
Yeah.
Kyle, you're delicious.
Thanks.
I saw it more so with the fashion. They'd be like, "Oh, your outfit's lekker."
It must. I mean,
Well,
I'm telling you from a man who's 66 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The way
the
he
word
grew
has
up.
morphed
Yeah.
and changed.
Yeah.
A delicious outfit's good, though, right? That works kind of.
Yeah, of course. And also, the shopping in Europe is just so much better out there. Everybody's so fashionable and just I love them. I want to go back.
Did you eat any Dutch cheese? You didn't do the Dutch cheese thing?
Of course I ate Dutch cheese.
Okay.
I love cheese.
Good. I love cheese too. Well, good. Well, we're glad you're back, Peyton Whitmore. Very glad you're back. Kyle, what's coming up with 3 things you need to know?
Pope Francis was in critical condition as of yesterday. Blood test showed early kidney failure. He remains alert and responsive, attended Mass, but he is battling pneumonia and a complex lung infection on top of the early kidney failure. Disney theme park ticket prices are going to jump up. Kind of like airlines and Uber does. Surge pricing, Disneyland's going to do the same thing. So fares are going to start increasing as more tickets sell. This is so lame. This is so lame. And they say this surge pricing could be introduced by the end of March. So right in time for everyone's spring break.
Yeah, that's a bummer because you can go when you're on vacation. And that's when they're going to surge price it.
Right.
Yep. Based on demand. So they did this research, and I found this fascinating because we've talked about pretty privilege. You know what I mean? Attractive people always get all the breaks. However, apparently that doesn't apply in court. They found when people make judgments about defendants' guilt, they actually tend to be more lenient toward unattractive faces. The study actually showed significant effects of facial attractiveness. Participants were just more likely to judge unattractive faces as innocent compared to those both neutral and attractive faces.
That's why Rich always gets out of speeding tickets.
Never been guilty, not once.
So it's a little benefit.
Let that poor fella go.
As you were.
And instead of pretty privilege, they're calling this ugly leniency effect.
Heck yeah. I'll lean right into that.
And that's 3 things you need to know.
Time for Peyton's horoscopes, Peyton predictions. What's the vibe today, Peyton?
I'm going to tell you your headline for the week based on your zodiac sign. And if it's your birthday today, you share a birthday with Steve Jobs, Floyd Mayweather, and Phil Knight. So basically, this is just if there was a picture of your face and a headline on the top of a magazine. I'm telling you what yours would be for the week.
So if it was Kyle's, it'd be lekker.
Yeah.
Samantha, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
What's your sign?
I am a Sagittarius.
Okay, so Sagittarius, Samantha, if there was a picture of you on a magazine, your headline would be, "I'll just have one drink turns into full-blown adventure." It started off so innocently. You were going to grab one drink with your friends, cut to 5 hours later, and you're in an Uber to an after party, and you've made 5 new besties, and there's a strong chance that you signed up for some random dance competition. No one does spontaneous chaos like you, and this week has a treat coming in for it.
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Samantha.
Thank you. Have a great day, guys.
Hi, Sarah. What's your sign?
It's a Scorpio. We're going to stick with the S's.
Scorpio. Okay, your headline is trust issues confirmed. You were right to be suspicious. You had a feeling, Scorpio, and that gut instinct was screaming at you. And guess what? You were 100% right. Somebody tried to play you this week, and now you're side-eyeing everything like a detective in a crime drama. And honestly, you should start charging for your investigative services starting like right now.
That is such a great idea. And it is so true. Yeah, I'll side-eye you.
Yes, go get your little side hustle this week, Sarah.
All right. Yay. Thank you. I'm glad to have you back too, Peyton.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad to be back.
Drive safe, Sarah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Mike, good morning. What's your sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo, just like John Jay. Okay, the headline for you guys. Perfectly crafted email goes unnoticed, ... Rage ensues. So you spent an hour making sure that work email or text was flawless, correct punctuation, proper spacing, even a friendly yet professional closing line. And what happened? Nothing. No response, no thanks, no acknowledgement. And now you Virgos are plotting your revenge, which, let's be real, means sending a polite but firm follow-up.
Nice. I love it. Love it. Welcome back, Peyton.
Thank you.
All right, Mike. Thanks, man. Darylyn, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your sign?
Libra.
Just like Kyle. Okay, Libras, your headline for the week
Love
is
Kyle.
person who can't decide on anything somehow chooses toxic ex again. Libras, you can't decide what to order at brunch, but this decision was immediate. Your friends try to warn you, but there you are texting your ex like, hey stranger, to someone who made your life like a soap opera. And at this point, we'll grab the popcorn and just watch the show.
Amazing. You guys are great. That's pretty funny.
That is funny.
She's not admitting it's true.
I know, right? Full denial from my Libras, but we know.
Thanks, Darylyn.
Yeah, we know. Have a beautiful day.
Drive safe. What's up, Shanae?
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Shanae the Gemini.
All right, Geminis, your headline for the week is local gossip machine claims they're so low-key while spilling everybody else's drama. You swear you don't like the drama in the tea, but yet somehow you always have the dish on every situation, every relationship, and every messy detail of someone's weekend. You don't create the dramas. You are the first one to know about it, though, and let's be honest, you love every second of it, Geminis.
You know, that is absolutely true. I don't talk about it, but I always happen to know.
I know. You got it like that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shanae. Have a great day. November, the Taurus. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Taurus, November. This is your headline for the week. Person cancels plans. Taurus feels instantly relieved. You said yes to something last week, but the moment you saw it on your calendar, your soul left your body. And then, oh joy, your plans got canceled and suddenly you have a free night to lounge in sweatpants, order takeout, and binge watch your favorite TV show that you've watched 12 times. Pure bliss coming for you this week.
That is so me. That's so me. Oh, that's terrible. Okay.
I remember.
I love it. All right.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye. How about Pisces?
Yeah, Richie, and we're in Pisces season.
Oh,
so
yeah, right on.
welcome. We have arrived. Pisces, your headline for this week is Daydreamer spends 45 minutes in fantasy world instead of answering important texts. You were just about to respond to that one text, and then you fell into a deep daydream where you became famous, moved to Europe, and then had a dramatic slow burn love story. Next thing you know, it's been a couple hours, and now people think you ghosted them. Time to text your people back, Rich.
Daydreaming's so much more fun.
How about for you, for Leos?
Yes, for Leos, this week our headline is Main Character Syndrome Strikes Again. I was born for this. Somebody paid a Leo a simple compliment this week, and now we've decided that we are unstoppable. Maybe if it was about our outfit, maybe if it was about our voice, maybe if it was about how we just existed. Either way, our Leo confidence level is through the roof, and we are considering auditioning for a reality show. I feel like this fits me for today.
Totally.
Pretty perfect.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get to your sign. Peyton's got them all posted on our website, johnjaneRich.com. Drake's album, Some Sexy Songs for You, with Party Next Door, debuted at number 1. It bumped Kendrick Lamar. Burn!
Whoa, and the feud continues.
We got stacks and hacks. I got stacks of information. Rich has life hacks. A random poll asked, where do you brush your teeth? 71% of people said in the sink in front of the mirror. That's the correct answer, by the way. 20% of people say they walk around the house while brushing their teeth. 3% of people say they sit somewhere. An additional 3% of people say they sit on the toilet and brush their teeth.
Ew.
So I just thought I'd throw it out there. If you brush your teeth somewhere different that I haven't said just yet, call 877-937-1047. Where do you brush your teeth? I think are we all on the same page?
Yeah,
Justin.
I mean, I walk around.
You walk around? 3% of people say they walk around. Brushing in the shower wasn't an option. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but if you're looking to multitask, it definitely beats brushing while on the toilet.
They got those water flosses, or the water flossers for the shower now. Amazing. Game changer.
Some thieves in France stole a guy's credit card. They bought some lottery tickets, and they won big. But they can't come forward without getting caught. So the victim is offering to split the pot with them if he gets his stuff back. Interesting scenario. There's a video going viral online where someone shows a for sale sign outside of a home. There's also a sign right above that that says free eggs with purchase of house. Is it a joke? No one knows. A college kid in China made some headlines after setting his inflatable sex doll on fire so his roommate wouldn't catch him with it. It set off the fire alarm in his dorm and everyone found out about it.
Wow.
A woman was arrested Friday after she was caught looting a home that was burned in the Palisades fire at L.A. last month. When she was handcuffed, she was wearing a T-shirt that said Palisades Strong. Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
I know a guy, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and his friends, the whole neighborhood burnt down except for his house, a couple other houses, and he has to hire security because people are looting the houses that didn't burn down.
That's
Still.
sad.
Yeah, I know. The guy and his 12-year-old son got stranded overnight when hiking in Utah. And they found someone else's abandoned backpack, and it saved them. It had blankets, flares, and a small tent inside.
Oh, wow. That's an answered prayer.
Someone went online and asked, what's a food most people love, but you hate? I have the top 5 answers. What do you think?
Bacon.
Tomatoes.
You know what? Kyle's answer is really good, but it's not in the top 5. Because you sit there, why do you hate bacon?
Ugh.
Like bacon.
Ugh.
I mean, I don't eat bacon. I love the smell of it. I love the way it tastes when I crunch and eat it, but I don't eat bacon.
Spicy
but
chicken
no,
wings.
Tomatoes, no. Nope. Ramen is number 5. Burritos, number 4. Popcorn, number 3. Sushi, number 2. Cheeseburgers, number 1.
How can you not love a cheeseburger?
That's what I'm saying. Everyone loves cheeseburgers, but some people hate it. The Wiggles. Are you kids into the Wiggles, Kyle? Were they ever into the Wiggles?
No.
My kids were really into the Wiggles. Well, they've released a new song with Dolly Parton, or Dolly Parton song. They've changed it up a little bit.
Counting 1, 2, 5. There's nothing better when you get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's only the beginning. You just use your mind. You don't ever need to sweat it when you're counting. There really is no limit.
Captain America Brave New World is still the number 1 movie at the box office. Spider-Man 4 is being pushed back to July of 2026. And the website, MovieWeb, ranked comedies, the top 10 comedies that are funny from start to finish. Start to finish.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber did not make the top 10.
Stop
Ace
it.
Ventura, Pet Detective.
Nope.
Shrek.
Nope.
Step Brothers.
Bridesmaids.
Surprisingly, Step Brothers didn't make it. Another Will Ferrell movie
What?
is number 2.
Anchorman.
Nope.
What?
Yeah, let me go over some of these. Blazing Saddles is number 9. Black Dynamite is number 8. Monty Python is number 7. Caddyshack is 6. Superbad is number... Oh, Anchorman is number 4. My apologies. Anchorman is number 4. Weird, the Al Yankovic Story is number 3. Eurovision Song Contest, the story of Fire Saga with Will Ferrell.
Oh,
Remember that
really?
one? That's number 2.
Wow.
The number 1 movie that is funny from start to finish, and I won't argue with this, is Airplane.
It's pretty good.
What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
So we've talked about like things that you use instead of the things that you originally are supposed to use that are even better. For instance, like we've talked about if you're out of hair conditioner, vodka works a lot better than hair conditioner in your hair, so do it. Well, if you're out of shaving cream, these skin experts say, it's not beef tallow, by the way. It is olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Works on your face if you need to shave your legs. They say it works even better than shaving cream. So go to the kitchen. Go to the cabinet, go to the spice rack, and get your shaving cream right there. Those life hacks and many more can be found at johnjandrich.com.
I think everybody's got a story about their dog that ate something that they weren't supposed to eat. Kyle has one. We're going to hear hers. Then we want to hear yours. 877-937-1047. What did Daisy do?
So my mom was staying with me last week because Scott was out of town for work. And she called me on Friday, pretty frantic, and was like, Daisy, I had gotten these chocolates and I was going to take them home with me and Daisy ate them. And she's all worried because you know everything you've heard about dogs eating chocolate. It's supposed to be very dangerous. So she said she had hopped on the call with the emergency vet and they were asking her all the questions and told her to keep an eye on Daisy and see if like she had started throwing up or had diarrhea or had any symptoms of that kind of thing. And if she did, to bring her in immediately. And Daisy has eaten chocolate in the past. Like, I've had that same freak out, so I wanted to calm her down. I'm like, you know what? She'll be fine. She's had Kit Kats. She's had Snickers. She gets into all, like, if you leave a snack anywhere, in a backpack anywhere on the floor, she will somehow get into it. So I was like, please don't worry about it. My mom was so sure. She's like, I was just freaking out. Like, what if she died? Not on my watch, you know? And so I got home and I realized it was like the super dark chocolate, which is supposed to be the most toxic for dogs.
That's terrible.
So then I started freaking out because, like, she's had a lot of milk chocolate, but not a lot of dark chocolate. Thank God, like, she was just fine. She was fine. She didn't even so much as have a little bit of diarrhea. Like, she was walking around like, you know, no big deal. And so now, like, I feel mostly bad just for my mom. Like, I feel like I need to replace the chocolate at this point.
Like, where'd that come from, that dogs can eat chocolate? Because I hear stories of dogs eating chocolate all the time and they're fine.
I don't
Somebody
know.
who hated Hershey's?
I think it is, like, I think it really probably does depend on the type of chocolate. If it's, like, actual real cacao, it's probably, it's, like, really toxic for them. But I think every dog has a different stomach because it totally reminded me of when we got a phone call from my in-laws and they had to bring their dog, Bentley, into surgery because he had eaten my mother-in-law's watch that she got from her dad.
Oh, my God.
A full watch. A full-on watch. They were like,
Tasty.
like, but you know what? The dog passed the watch. They didn't end up having to get surgery.
And then, does she still wear it?
No, it was a little messed up, but yeah.
Takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
That dog passed the time.
Amy, what'd your dog eat?
Hello.
Hi.
He ate my daughter's baby bottle tops. Like I was cleaning the bottles and he got on the counter, ate it, and it got stuck in his intestines and swelled up, and he had to get surgery.
Oh, poor baby.
It was $1,500 to get a baby bottle.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my God. Well,
Yeah, it was the worst.
thanks, Amy. Thanks for sharing it.
Thanks.
877-937-1047. Is there an X-ray, Kyle, of the watch? That'd be such a weird.
I'll
looking
have to
X-ray.
ask him. I'll have to ask him because Bentley, their dog Bentley, eats everything. He has eaten, like his problem. He's had 3 surgeries now, and the vet actually said if he eats another sock, we cannot give him another surgery.
Oh, my God.
So because he's had 3 different surgeries from eating socks, they just can't, like, he couldn't pass them at all.
What's crazy?
Socks is big with dogs. Just yesterday, my dog Charlie, our golden retriever, this is really weird, and I'm sure it's common, but he eats all the other dogs' poops. Right?
Oh,
It's
you know what? My
so
sister's dog
disturbing.
had that, and the vet said it's like actually, it's called something. It's called like cropophagia.
Is it like
it's,
a
it's a
mineral?
vitamin mineral deficiency.
Yeah, so we've tried to give him the vitamins that he needs, and he still does it. And just yesterday morning, my wife was sitting outside by the pool, sitting on a chair, and I was in the hot tub. She was talking to me, and Charlie gets up there, and then she always kisses the dog, and the dog kisses her face, and she starts going, "Whoa, smell like poop."
The dog licking the face thing in general grosses me out.
Not me.
but
Yeah, I know you're not
that
into
other
that.
element. I mean, dogs are cool, but I don't want them to lick my face.
Otto, what'd your dog eat?
He ate a bouncy ball like you buy in the old-fashioned like quarter machines.
Oh, yeah.
I think that, like, because like dogs love chasing balls. You probably got it. It was like, whoop, too small. Whoop.
Exactly. And it ended up getting stuck in his intestine.
Oh no!
And the doctor said, "Oh, it should have probably just passed, but it didn't, and he had to have surgery."
Poor guy.
Surgery's tough. My dog Tugs, I had an English bulldog, and I remember because before I knew I had sleep apnea, I snored so much. My wife slept with earplugs, and they were orange earplugs. You get them at Walgreens or whatever. And I remember one time I was taking the dog out for a walk, and he pooped, and an earplug shot out of his butt like a dart.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it made the noise, like, and he shot out like, oh my god!
I feel so much better.
And then another time, I remember I had to go to some black tie function, and I was trying to be obnoxious, and my bow tie was all rhinestones, and Tugs ate the bow tie, and I didn't know that until he pooped out rhinestones.
Oh
and
my
they were like his poop like was
Sparkly
glittery and
poop.
sparkly, and like beautiful poop. I was like, wow, that's beautiful poop, Tugs. Kiara, good morning. What does your dog eat?
Good morning. Hey, so I actually have two. I'm going to try to make them quick, though. So my dad is a mechanic. He owns a shop in Phoenix, and he has a couple of guard dogs. So I had a friend drop off her car after hours, and she was like, where do I put my key? Like, who do I give it to? Because we're not there, Avi. And I was like, just put it in, like, a bottle and, like, try to throw it on top of a car or whatever, and I'll get it the next day. So she does that, but she doesn't make it, and the dog gets a hold of the bottle and tears through the bottle, and they take her key. Like, the next day I show up to work, and we don't find the key anywhere, so I think they passed the key.
Oh my god.
And that'd be interesting if it was one of those, like whenever the dog gets next to the car, the doors unlock. What's the other one?
Okay, so really quick, the other one is we had a dog who was just a menace, and he took one of my boyfriend's sandals, and he ate a whole piece of the leather from the sandal.
Yeah, dogs love to eat leather.
Yeah,
Couches.
Our dogs eat all our shoes. It's terrible.
Yeah, it was really bad, but yeah, they were both fine though, like no surgery,
Oh,
nothing.
good.
They just like nothing.
Thanks,
yeah.
Kara.
Yeah, the other ones eat car parts all the time, so it's
Car parts?
We go from Kiara to Ciara. Ciara, hi. Sierra.
Hi. So my dog doesn't eat anything weird, but on the lines of your dog eating poop, she likes to roll around and poop, and she will literally rub it all over her neck. It's very weird. She's
Beef tallow.
3-year-old husky, and I Googled it, and they said that it's because they're related to wolves, and they do that in the wild to mask their scent. And so she loves to roll around and poop. So when I walk her, I have to make sure she stays away from anybody's poop that was.
Or she's going rolling.
She's like using it as perfume.
Oh, so they will.
I would think that their predators would know now and be like, hey, I still smell something.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like a master scent. What's that? It smells like crap. Must be a husky. You know?
Well, I mean, wait, the wolf is rolling around in like the thing it's hunting's poo, so they think they smell one of their own, and then the wolf sneaks up on them.
Oh, that would
very
make
clever.
Sneaky.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I
Sierra.
don't know, but it's disgusting.
It is disgusting. Cody, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. Okay, so I worked at a vet clinic for a long time, and we had a bunch of crazy stories. And this one that stuck out for me, this lady, she calls in, and she's all frantic, saying her dog is pooping out its intestines. We're like, okay, bring her down so we can, see what these intestines are the dog's pooping out. It's a bunch of hair ties and rubber bands coming out of the dog's bottom.
Oh.
That happened to me
So
yesterday.
always watch out for those hair ties and stuff. And I was going to say my favorite word that I always used in the vet world was eating poop, which is coprophagia.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a beautiful name.
My dog loved it too. But yeah, and watch out for the hair ties.
Okay.
Good advice.
Thank you. Hey, Noah. Hi. Noah. Hi. How old are you, Noah?
I'm 11.
You got a dog story?
Yeah. So my sister's room is very messy, and she ate candy wrappers and 2 of her mascaras.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Dogs love to eat that makeup and lipstick.
Mascara.
I would be so mad at that dog.
I know.
Excuse you?
Noah, thank you for sharing that story. Drive safe,
Thank you.
Noah. Drive safe. Swallowed a sock, a small stuffed animal, basically anything you get when you first got him. That sock cost us $3,000, most expensive sock ever. Recently, he ate an entire pack of gum. I freaked out. Luckily, it was one of the few brands made with a different sweetener. He's also allergic to the world, so he has special food and meds. Most expensive free dog ever.
Oh.
My old dog Dory would eat my underwear, whole undies. She would inevitably barf them up in front of any guest we had. I would have to buy new undies constantly to replace what I lost to her panty snacking.
That is so embarrassing. A dog coming out. Blah. You're like, oh, I gotta take these. Excuse me.
Oh, man. Okay. So, Peyton, while you were gone in Europe, did you watch any TV shows? I mean, on the plane, I would assume?
Yeah, I actually did. I watched the Gabby Petito documentary, which was insane. Absolutely insane. I have a lot of opinions on that. And then I also watched Scream Queens, which is like, I know it's an older show, but I binged it, and it's so good.
That was on Fox for a while?
It was on Fox, and then you can watch it. I think it's on like Hulu or something like that, but it's like Emma Roberts, Keke Palmer, Ariana Grande, Glenn Powell, like Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, it's so good. Such a good show.
Glenn Powell, that's crazy.
Yeah, when I watched it, I was like, now you're like really famous.
Are you guys talking about Scream Queens finally?
Yes, it's so
Oh my God, it's
good.
only been 10 years.
You've been talking about that show forever.
Oh man, it's the best show. Like the first season. Did you watch both seasons?
Yeah.
Oh, the first season is undeniably good.
Yes, and I like when I finished season 2, I was like, okay, this is good, but season 1 is way better.
Ariana Grande says something so gross in the first season that's not repeatable on radio, but I think about it all the time, dude. And I don't really like Ariana Grande.
What is it? What app is it on?
What is what?
What app is it on?
It's on Hulu. You can watch it on Hulu.
On Hulu, I'm watching Paradise. Did we get to Paradise yet? Oh, okay, it's pretty damn good. Because of Grant, I watched 0 Day.
Oh, yeah, I started that this morning.
What, did you finish it?
Is that a good? Oh,
Dude, no,
bad?
I'm like, I got about halfway through the second episode, and I just was like,
I watched the whole thing. All because of you. Because you said.
Yeah, you said.
Came in here. I stayed up till midnight watching 0 Day with Robert De Niro. Whoa.
You were like, De Niro's back.
Dude, the first episode was pretty heat. Like, it was a good.
That's all I've watched so far. It was a pretty good episode.
Will you finish it, please? Because let me tell you what I think.
I don't know.
There's only 6 episodes. I've watched all 6. And I didn't like it. This is going to sound, I'm going to critique Robert De Niro really bad. I don't think at this moment he's a very good actor.
Yes.
He used to be a great actor. It's almost like he's not believable as a former president of the United States. It should have been Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford would have been great in that show.
Totally.
And then when it ends, I don't think I'm smart enough to understand the show.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm like, what happened?
But I'll tell you what, that first, when you're watching it for the first 15 minutes, and he meets with the lady who's going to write his book, and she leaves, when the thing happens, it's awesome.
Wait, so you still don't know what happened?
I don't know if I care, right?
No, it's like number 2 on Netflix right now.
Okay.
And then there's, I finished White Lotus, the first episode of White Lotus, which, again, I don't understand why people are into that show.
Oh, it's good. I love it.
You said you liked the third season or the second season, and so you were really getting into it.
This is the 3rd season. They dropped 2 episodes. I watched the first episode. What?
I was going to say, here's my thought about the White Lotus in general, is it's incredible because it makes time slow down. It's the only TV show that feels like 3 hours when you watch 42 minutes of television.
No, that's not a compliment, I would say.
I know it's awful.
You don't like it either?
Why do you like it?
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out why I would recommend this show to somebody, and I don't know that I could, but did I wait for the second episode and watch it last night and think it was wildly entertaining? I don't know. I did. I just enjoy the characters, the dialogue, the scenery. I think it's all really compelling. I know it's got to get to someplace a little faster, but I assume it's going to get there. The second season it ended with a bang. I assume this one's good. This one started with a bang.
Yeah, it's like everyone on the show is the least likable character.
Well, that's part of it.
All the families suck. Like, everybody sucks on that show.
Right. They're in this resort in Thailand, and they're just not happy.
Yeah.
All of them.
I'd be so stoked if I got a week at that place.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it doesn't make you want to go to all the places.
Anyway.
Yeah, I like it.
Did you guys finish Dexter, the original Sin?
Oh, yeah.
I finished it, and I wanted more, so I'm now rewatching the original series.
Oh, seriously?
It's so good.
Because I'm watching it, and like the casting's crazy. Actually,
Right.
like Dexter really looks like Dexter.
Crazy.
Like,
Especially when he cuts his hair.
That's trippy.
Yeah.
And I'm like at the part with the finger, but I haven't gotten that much. So I'm like, it's getting good. It was a little boring in the beginning, and now it's getting good. I think.
It's really good.
Okay, so stick with it.
Yeah, by the last episode, you're like, oh, I can't wait for the next season.
Okay.
Peyton, did you watch We Beat the Dream Team?
I didn't, but
Have you heard of it?
I went. Yeah, I saw it. It's the guys that went to go play against like Michael Jordan and that, right? The college team.
That's on Max, HBO Max.
I'm familiar with the story, but I haven't watched the documentary yet.
The quick story is they put together the Dream Team. The United States lost in the Olympics, and they're the ones that invented basketball. So they made a rule that now pros can play. It was a big deal. So they put together the best pros ever, thinking that they would never lose. So what team was going to practice against the pros? That team that was going to practice against the pros probably would have been the team that goes to the Olympics, right? So it's Bobby Hurley, it's Grant Hill, it's a bunch of basketball that are legends now.
Yeah.
So they play the Dream Team. They beat the Dream Team at practice on a scrimmage, and there's no footage of it. And it's just been all rumors for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
But then Grant Hill found the footage.
Oh, wow.
So now it's Michael Jordan,
That's
it's Magic
cool.
Johnson, it's Charles Barkley, and they're all talking about this game. And then there's a credible twist at the end that's like, whoa, it's really good.
Yeah, that's right up my alley.
Yeah,
I'll have
I
to
know.
go watch that. Is that the LA Olympics? The one that
No,
they did?
I think it was Barcelona.
Oh, okay, because my grandma was telling me that at the last LA Olympics or whatever in like 50-something, my grandma went and she said she left the basketball game because she felt like our USA team wasn't humble. And she like walked out. So I didn't know if it was that same game maybe.
The LA Olympics were like 84.
Or 84 or something like that, yeah.
And then there's another show on Netflix. It's top 10 right now. It's called Gold Court. Have you seen that yet? That's all about the Summer Olympics, all the basketball teams.
I didn't know that's what it was called. Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah, that's
I didn't
good,
know
right?
that's what it was called. Yeah, it was interesting, but they need to do one for the women's.
Oh.
That's my opinion.
And Kyle, you caught up on Severance?
No, I told you I'm waiting.
Oh, I thought you were
I'm
caught up
waiting
to a
for
certain
some
point.
more. I'm caught up to like episode 4.
Okay.
I think, and I think they've dropped 3 episodes since then. I maybe watch it 4 episodes at a time. I'm excited to see it again, but I have been watching Dexter, the original Dexter, and I cannot stop watching that. And then you told me Reacher season 3 dropped, so I
watched
started that.
So did I. That was pretty good.
And then I watched an episode of Zero Day, and it was good, but
Wait, how far are you in Reacher season 3?
just the first episode.
Did you finish the first episode?
I don't know if I finished.
Okay,
the
because
first
the very
episode yet.
beginning, there's things that happen that are like very not Reacher-like,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
I was like, what's that? And
Oh
then
well, yes, I did finish because
Okay, they
he's like,
explain.
I'm in.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
So am I. Good. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, what? He wouldn't do that. I can't believe that happened.
I know.
And then they explained something. I was like, oh,
Okay.
dang. I like that Reacher show a lot, man.
It's a good show. It's on Amazon Prime. Because you know what's funny is I was looking for it on Netflix and I'm like, I can't find it. And then I had to Google where it's streamed because it's been a while since the second season, but it's on Amazon Prime.
Did you finish the movie that I think you, Grant, and I all started at the same time, that Let's Start a Cult? Did you
No,
finish that
I
yet?
got. It's so funny.
It's so good, I
I'm about
finished it.
15, 20 minutes in. And it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's good. It's the whole thing is that consistently good.
Oh, it is. You
Yeah.
finished it?
Yeah, I finished it. I thought it was great.
I do want to start that Netflix show. It's in the top 10. It's the search for Instagram's worst con artist or something
yeah,
like that.
I saw that. The Scamanda.
That looks good.
Well,
yeah.
you know why? Because there's that's the thing that we're talking about. Grant and I've been talking about. That's the girl that said she had brain cancer, right?
Is that the apple cider vinegar
Did you
show?
watch Apple Cider Vinegar?
That's what
No.
I was just. I started
it's
it.
the real documentary about the girl, and it's just you should watch Apple Cider Vinegar. It's crazy.
Well, if you just watch that, you watch the teaser for that show. They asked the girl, "So, did you have chemotherapy in 1995?" And she's like, "Well, I thought I did." They answered the question, "Did you have chemotherapy?" And I'm like, "Man, I got to watch this."
Well, and then there's another show on Hulu that just dropped called Scamanda. That is very similar. It's like the American version of a cancer scam artist, and it's wild. Like, I recommend that one for sure. It's 4 episodes. It's great.
All right. So I got to bounce something off you guys, and I've been waiting to tell you guys this, just because it's kind of stupid, but I can't stop thinking about it. So my entire life, I was 6'4", right? In college, they measured me. I had to do all the stuff where you stand. And was. That's what I'm going with. Was 6'4", and then a couple years ago, when my son started playing basketball, I went to they were measuring him, and I was like, let me measure myself, and I was under 6'4". And I was like, huh. And I figured my spine, getting older, doing whatever, my spine shrank, so I could see so I was like 6'3 3/4". Last week here at the radio station, they hired a new guy down the hall, a new producer for one of the shows, and I saw that they were interviewing him, and he said he was 6'1". And I was going to the bathroom the other day, and we passed each other, and I could swear he was taller than me. And I'm like, that guy's 6'1"? He's taller than me. And I'm like, how can he? And I'm like, what? Can I shrink? Is that possible?
I don't think that much.
I think people do, but
not that
but
much.
not that much.
I
right
bet
now.
you he was wearing a hat, huh? And like the hats that said
Could
person
even
wears
maybe
is
he
a
was
little
wearing a
bit
hat.
higher build. Yeah.
But I was
bet
like,
she was wearing a hat.
And I've never cared about my height ever, because I've always just been taller than most people.
Yeah, you're
Never-
Dutch. All Dutch people are tall.
I guess you're right.
I learned that.
Peyton was just there.
They're so
Got
tall.
that Viking blood.
But I was just so like, I wrote it down. I was like, and like I walked by him again, and he was tall. I gotta pay attention if he has a hat. That'd be great if he has a hat on.
What if you were now 5'11"? What if you
He's definitely not 5'11". You're
6'1".
probably really probably 6'3".
Like I stood next to someone, and someone goes,
shoes.
I remember one time this guy who was 6'4" said to me, "You're not 6'4", and I go, "Well, I have really bad posture." So when we stood up next to each other, I was taller. I was
you're kind of slumped over.
Slouched over, but I just couldn't believe that.
You walk with a slouch.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah, and then maybe you were walking with your slouch, and that's why he seemed taller than you.
I work with short people. Yeah, when
To come
Kyle's
down
not
to our
wearing
level.
normal shoes, she's walking around barefoot or whatever reason. It's like, oh my God, you're so tiny.